We need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
I received this comment on a video I uploaded yesterday, and after doing some research, I was pretty surprised with what I found. Take a look, see what you think.
Just look at us. Everything is backwards. Everything is upside down. Doctors destroy health. Lawyers destroy justice. Universities destroy knowledge. Governments destroy freedom. The major media destroys information. And religions destroy spirituality.
Though in the coronavirus crisis, as many families make plans for this upcoming holiday season, Thanksgiving is just around the corner. Officials reported a record 136,000 new cases just yesterday. Every day over the past 8 days, the number of daily cases has exceeded 100,000.
The crisis is plain to see in most of the U.S., forcing governors to announce new restrictions. More Americans are in the hospital with COVID-19 this morning than at any other point in this pandemic. But there is good news. The government's top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, is giving a new timeline for a possible release of a vaccine.
In your work at the NSC, were you not assigned at one time to work on plans for the continuity of government in the event of a major disaster? Mr. Chairman.
I believe that question touches upon a highly sensitive and classified area, so may I request that you not touch upon that, sir.
I was particularly concerned, Mr. Chairman, because I read in Miami papers and several others that there had been a plan developed by that same agency, a contingency plan in the event of emergency that would suspend the American Constitution. I was deeply concerned about it and wondered if that was the area in which he had worked.
May I most respectfully request that that matter not be touched upon at this stage.
First chunk is about to hit. Hit? Only part of it. It's going in the ocean.
Would you look at that?
Wait, where's the explosion?
Word that the fragment has hit Central Florida.
Oh my God. Wait, are some more pieces gonna hit?
Come on. Doctors destroy health. Lawyers destroy justice. Universities destroy knowledge. Governments destroy freedom. The major media destroys information. And religions destroy spirituality.
Let's go.
But the sky's on fire.
2 days. They got it all wrong. There's a ton of fragments. Planet killers.
Space agencies are predicting an extinction level event.
Are not even in the same ballpark. And if you think they are, then you're an idiot and you need to lay off the weed and also those conspiracy theories.
We have to ask ourselves a question.
Are we being forthright? Are we sharing with the public?
So with that being said, why would they want to skew the number of deaths due to...
Fear is a great way to control people, and I worry about that. I worry that sometimes we're so darn interested in just jazzing up the fear factor that people's ability to think for themselves is paralyzed if they're frightened enough. And I want people to say, we're going to get through this. I'm going to use my head. I'm going to go to different sources. I'm going to listen to different sources. And I'm going to think for myself, because
everything is backwards. Everything is upside down.
Our data suggests that COVID-19 has an infection fatality rate that is in the same ballpark as seasonal influenza.
I am going to tell you all about him because I think it's really important to set the stage for how qualified this guy really is to make the comments that he's making. He is the C.F. Handbook Chair in Disease Prevention, Professor of Medicine, of Health Research and Policy.
It suggests that even though this is a very serious problem, we should not fear.
He was the valedictorian at Athens College, won the National Award of the Greek Mathematical Society in 1984.
It suggests that we have solid ground to have optimism about the possibility of eventually reopening our society and gaining back our lives.
A biomedical data science and of statistics and co-director of Meta Research Innovation Center at Stanford University.
Sooner rather than later, I hope.
Sooner rather than later, with full control and a data-driven approach.
He graduated at the top of his medical school class from the National University of Athens, received a degree in biopathology from the same institution, trained at Harvard and Tufts in internal medicine and infectious disease, held positions at the National Institutes of Health, Johns Hopkins and Tufts.
What are your conclusions based on your study?
A sample of residents in Santa Clara County evaluated for the presence of antibodies. We estimated that based on what we saw, between 2.5 and 4.2% of the population of the county has antibodies, which is an indication that they have been infected with the virus a while ago.
Chaired the Department of Hygiene and Epidemiology, University of Ioannina Medical School in 1999 to 2010, while also holding adjunct professor positions at Harvard, Tufts, and Imperial College.
If you compare the numbers that we estimate to have been infected, which vary from 48,000 to 81,000, versus the number of documented cases that would correspond to the same time horizon around April 1st, when we had 956 cases documented in Santa Clara County.
He was the senior advisor on knowledge integration at the National Cancer Institute, the National Institutes of Health. Believe it or not, I'm not finished. More credentials to come.
Immediately, that means that the infection fatality rate, the chance of dying, the probability of dying if you are infected, diminishes by 50 to 85-fold.
Editor-in-chief of the European Journal of Clinical Investigation from 2010 to 2019, delivered around 600 lectures.
Because the denominator in the calculation becomes 50 to 85-fold bigger.
Ioannidis is the author of 7 literary books in Greek, 3 of which were shortlisted for Best Book of the Year. Brave Thinker Scientist for 2010, and according to The Atlantic, may be one of the most influential scientists ever.
Clark, this interstellar comet.
Right? I mean,
yeah, big news.
Here's the situation in Maricopa County. You can see how things are changing. On the left, just over a month ago. Fast forward to what you see on the right. That's today. Much more red on that map.
Governments destroy freedom. The major media destroys information.
Indicating substantial spread in those areas. It's recommended schools go to virtual learning. These are just recommendations that
governments destroy freedom. The major media destroys information.
It's up to each school to decide what's next. And that's
even though this is a very serious problem, we should not fear.
Leaving parents struggling to figure out what's best for their kids.
Our data suggests that COVID-19 has an infection fatality rate that is in the same ballpark as seasonal influenza.
We got a long way to go to get back to where we were. This life is a mystery, eyes are very blurred. No matter what religion you follow, I respect it. We all human beings, that means we all connected. They wanna tell you what you can and what you can't do, but everything traditional was once brand new. Find out where they're leading you and what they feeding you. Yo, what's evil? How bad they want their money.
Is in the same ballpark as seasonal influenza.
We all got free will to choose healing frequencies. Now that's a sound. Human beings.
Much love to you all.
Healing frequencies. Now that's a sound. Human beings.